was obviously freaking out.
Things progressed to the point where she was brought to the operating room where she delivered him.
And as they're wheeling me in, I was on the verge of having a panic attack, but something inside me was like, no, we're not even gonna go there. You need to get Milo here. And that was like the only thing on my brain. But when he was born, he was 1 pound, 8 ounces, and he was 12 inches long. So he's tiny, 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 like so tiny.
He's our little miracle baby, which gave us a lot of hope, but also made it really difficult when we did lose him, because
We had
we
seen
kind of felt
so
she
many
did.
miracles, yeah.
He made it here so that we could meet him and be able to love him, but he just wasn't meant to be here on Earth for very long.
So I got to hold him skin to skin, and that was really awesome. His numbers were so good. It's really good for him to be able to lay on my chest, hear my heartbeat, because that's what he heard when he was inside of me. Is he heard my heartbeat, he heard the rush of my blood, he heard my breathing, my stomach, all those things, you know.
Words just didn't really come. I wanted to, say he was going to be okay and bless him that he would make it through it, but my mind just kind of went blank.
One of the nurses came out and she was walking towards me and she just said, I think you need to come to the bedside right now.
And I was devastated. I just knew that something was really wrong. And I was just, over and over, I just kept saying, no, no, no. I saw Sky and he was just sitting on a chair and he was just like collapsed over almost, like sobbing, and my dad was just holding him. You don't really know desperation until you're like in that state, where you're about to lose someone you love so much.
So eventually the Dr. Jordan is his name, he came and just kind of kneeled next to us, and he explained what was going on, and that if he did survive, the brain damage would be pretty severe, and so he just asked our permission to let him go peacefully, which is not something you ever want, not a decision you ever want to make.
It's like, how do you answer that, How do you say, like, it's okay, like, we just have to let him go?
I had to look at Amanda. She was, at this point, much more, like, at terms with things than I was. I didn't want to make that decision, so I just kind of looked at her and asked what she thought, and she like knew that we needed to just kind of let him go, and so they cut off all the lines and set it up to have Amanda hold him. His eyes were fused most of the time when he was alive. They had just unfused that week, I think, so it was really rare when he had his eyes open, but he opened his eyes.
It was like right as they were bringing him to come lay on my chest that his eyes were open, and it was kind of like he opened his eyes to say goodbye to us, I just stroked his back. I like looked at all of the tiny, oh man. All of the little, I just wanted to soak up every moment,
We were able to see him just before the funeral, and we could just feel that although his little body was there, he wasn't there. I think he was there with us, but he wasn't, right there in the casket, and that was kind of closure for us to know that we weren't really burying him in essence, but just his body.
We were like surprised at how okay we felt at his funeral and how at peace we felt. I felt him there so strongly. I knew angels were with us. I knew God was with us. I knew Christ was with us. And then obviously all the people here who were with us. And there is still beauty in our brokenness. Because that's what it feels like. It feels like we've been broken. It's so devastating. But I really feel like we've been broken for a reason. And God is coming in to fill in the cracks and make us even more than we were before.